Are you one of those people that have been watching Facebook Live every Friday? Or maybe you're one of those people that have been to HangoutWithMichael.com and you've been watching 185 episodes, and sometimes you're shouting out questions that you want to ask. Well, guess what? Today's the time you can do that. Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's Michael Losier, and we are here with Hangout with Michael. We are live every Friday. And today, I've got a rock star panel with me. We've got viewers on the panel today asking questions. I brought in John Inverarity, who's going to answer emotion code questions. Dan is going to help me answer NLP law of attraction questions. You let us know in the chat below what your question is. We want to shout out and acknowledge you today here at the Hangout with Michael show. And if you've been watching the shows in the past, leave us a little note and tell us which episode you like best, and that will encourage other people to go check it out as well. Hello, my name is Michael Losier. A lot of you know me because you're on my Facebook page already. I'm the author of 3 books, Law of Attraction, Law of Connection, and soon to be Fulfillment Needs. So here is a copy of all 3 of my books. And I'm pretty excited. Fulfillment Needs comes out on June 7th. And you can go to Amazon.anything, as in .com, .ca, .New Zealand, .uk, and order yourself a copy so you have it when it comes out. I'm going to be doing special Facebook Live conversations the week that it's released, so you can join along with me and learn what would fulfill you. Okay, we're going to get started today shortly. I have some announcements to make. Well, as you know, if you've been following me, you didn't follow me last week, did you? No, you're saying, where is Michael Losier? Well, I was in Peru last week, and we kind of took the week off, and we're back here today. We're here with the viewers Q&A. We want to talk to you today, find out what your questions is. I have a couple seminars coming up that you're going to be interested in. First, I'm going to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada on April 22nd. My friend Amber is going to tell us more about that today. I'm also in Las Vegas on May 6th. I'm part of a 4-speaker event where I'm going to be doing the emotion code. I'm going to have people come to the front of the room, and I can almost guarantee I'm going to remove their chronic pain in front of everybody standing 2 or 3 feet away with them. I have a 100% track record. So if you're in Vegas, it's a very economical day to come out and spend out with me and my friend Nick and other speakers. Again, I'll be doing an emotion code demo. It might be you that wants to be one of the volunteers. I'll probably do about 6 or 7 people in the hour and a half. That might be you. Next, a couple other announcements. For those of you that are law of attraction enthusiasts and law of attraction fans, and you want to be teaching you know what, you're already teaching law of attraction, my hunch is. Now you can get paid to do that. I have a certified law of attraction facilitator program where I will teach you how to give free introductory presentations that razzle dazzle everybody so much so that they're going to want to know more. And the more that you'll be selling them is the processes, the 3-step processes. You can go to hangoutwithmichael.com/certification, and you can learn more about how you can be a certified facilitator. What else is my announcement? Oh, I am cooking something hot right now. I announced it on my Facebook page. I'm only taking 10 people. It is a 10-session series. It's going to be held on a format like this. It's called My New Body. Each participant will receive 20 emotion code sessions over 10 periods. It's everything I did to reduce my weight significantly since June. So we're going to have a handout. You're going to see that we're going to cover something in all 10 of the classes. Matter of fact, there's 10 classes, but you will have an opportunity to have 2 emotion code sessions for each class. So if you're interested, like I'm only taking 10, if you're interested, let me know in the chat below that you are on board and you'd like to be notified. We're going to have the information next week to send out to people. So let me know. We're going to do that. Check. That's all the notes that I have. First thing we're going to do today, we are going to head out to Vancouver, Canada, and we're going to talk to my friend John Inverarity. John, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, my name is John Inverarity from Vancouver, Canada, and I'm a certified emotion code and certified body code practitioner. And I love helping people with chronic pain, relationship blocks, and financial blocks, business blocks, and also love helping athletes perform at their most optimum level.
Yes, both with mental blocks and physical blocks like the chronic pain that we've been talking about so much. Yeah. Good, I'm glad to have you back. Now, John and I are doing something a little fun during the week. So if you're watching this from another source, make sure you like my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Michael Losier fans, because John and I are doing a special daytime episode once a week on the emotion code. Now, last time we did this, John, I worked with a woman's son just through chat. I didn't even have her on the line. We chatted through her, and I connected through her son. So we'd like to hear back from her about that session. So John and I are going to be doing that. John, I'm going to come back to you in a few minutes to find out who's saying what as they join us. But next, we're going to head out and stay in Vancouver and welcome Dana to the show. Hey, Dana, good morning.
Hey, Michael, thanks so much. Happy to be here today. We missed you last week, but from your photos, you had a massive audience and a lot of razzle-dazzle went on, I'm very sure.
I'm not one to brag, Kay, just a little bit. There was about 900 people in the audience.
Yeah,
it was awesome. Yeah,
that's fabulous. The energy would be wonderful. Well, I am Dana Smithers. I work with women solopreneurs who are struggling with their business. So I help them get aligned with their sacred gifts, teach them how to use the law of attraction tools and processes. And I help eliminate limiting beliefs that are holding them back, because I too am a certified emotion code practitioner. And last week we had a great episode, it wasn't last week. Michael was in Peru. It was week before, episode 185. Michael did a live emotion code demonstration on me because I had some lower back pain. So Michael, even though I think we started about a 7, Michael will not give up until he gets things down to a 0. Mm-hmm. So it's been 2 weeks. I have no lower back pain, so I'm happy about that. And we have something very exciting to announce at the end of the program as well.
Okay, good stuff. Well, thank you, Dana. That was fun, and it gave people an experience to know,
yes,
what is this emotion code stuff? I had my magnets out, and we looked at the emotion code chart, and you got relief right away.
Yep.
So good. Thank you, Dana, for joining us. Now, Dana, so last week's show, we're going to encourage people to go. That is episode number 185. You can go to HangoutWithMichael.com and go check that out. And we have a surprise coming up next week. Well, maybe not a surprise if you watch this. Either way, we're going to tell you about that. We're going to quickly introduce our 2 new viewers today. We're going to get their questions shortly, but I do want to acknowledge and say hello. We are heading to Edmonton, Alberta to talk to Amber. Good morning, Amber.
Good morning, Michael.
Hello.
How are you today?
Introduce yourself to my friends.
Yes, thank you. So I'm Amber Beyer. I am a personal development coach. I'm actually in Red Deer, Alberta, so just about an hour away from Edmonton. As a personal development coach, I work with people to help guide them and nurture them and empower them to understand where their life is right now and maybe what's not working. But our biggest focus is creating goals and working together and taking action to create the life that they want for themselves.
Okay, good stuff. We have something special coming up in Edmonton. I'm going to get you to talk about it a little later on. If you're in Edmonton, Calgary, or in the middle, or you're willing to come spend the day with us, we've got some good stuff cooking up. Good. Thank you, Amber. We're going to talk to Victoria, who has been a long-time watcher and a first-time viewer on the panel. Good morning, Victoria.
Good morning, Michael, and good morning, beautiful panel. So my name is Victoria Fuller. I'm actually a facilitator with Michael's program. And what I do is my mission is to help women who are entrepreneurs to unleash their mindset so they can profit with purpose through the law of attraction. And we're in Toledo.
And I know you can do it in Spanish and English, which is quite a bonus.
Absolutely. So, yes.
So if you're in her area or you're looking for a Spanish-speaking law of attraction trainer, check out Victoria. She's going to leave a note in the comment field today so you can get a hold of her and do that. Okay, I'm excited today. First, I want to do a special shout-out to my dear friend Jason, who lost his dear friend this week, and I just want to acknowledge that I am with you, Jason, and I love you. So take care. Okay, John in Verrari, who is saying what, please? And who's joined us on Facebook Live today?
Rami Carlin is with us and says hello.
Of course. Hello, Rami Carlin.
Linda Vaudeville says hello. Montreal. From Montreal.
Yes. Hey, Linda Vaudeville. Good.
Gwen Lorena, good morning, Michael and the Dream Team. So glad to be able to join you.
We love that compliment, being the Dream Team. Hey, she said, please say a shout out to my bestie, Dexterous, who is new to your awesome work. Hey, Dexterous, welcome to the Hangout with Michael show. Who else? Roxana, she's saying hi from Romania. So we've got an international audience today. So she's saying, hey, from Romania, Michael. I love the episodes where you talk about receiving. So is that a question? Could be. We might talk about that today, about receiving. Well, it was funny when I was in my seminar in Peru, I talked about the pizza delivery. Well, they thought that was funny because we talk about ordering the pizza but not letting it in, which is the receiving part. We might even go there today. John, who else is saying what?
Sylvia Bellini from the UK.
Hey, Sylvia.
Sunny London.
Yes.
Hi, Sylvia.
And I want to say a special shout out to my friend No, who was in Peru, who's mostly Spanish, but I took him to dinner with another friend who had a sore leg that I healed in the elevator last time I was there. So he's saying, I have a good experience with Michael Losier when I released my emotion of the neck pain. Oh, yeah. So after my seminar, we go to the back of the room. He's a young guy. And usually young people don't have a lot of chronic pain, but he did. So we stood a couple feet away, and I had some magnets. I carry those like ID. And I cleared the emotion and pain in his neck. And he was quite a little freaked out about that. So, no, thank you for the shout out today. Okay, we have Delia Cordova, and she's saying, hey, all. So good morning. Tammy Weddage. Good morning, everyone. Hey, our friend Barb Adcroft. She is on Vancouver Island, Qualicum Beach. She's saying good morning. John, who else?
Roxana Popet from Romania. Love the episode. Oh, I think we might have touched on that one.
We're favoring Romania.
I like that name, Roxana Popet. Yeah. Michelle Bansode says hello.
Pramelia Praham, she came to my Your Life's Purpose seminar. Her and Barb came to Victoria. They live up the island. And my very first seminar in Victoria on Your Life's Purpose, yes, I razzle-dazzled them too. So they left Victoria really getting a great sense of that. So both Barb and Pramelia, welcome. We have Ashley DeGorville now. She's saying good morning as well. Well, good. So let's go to you, Dana. Why don't you tell me a question that you're going to bring for us today? And we're going to start the show off today. Again, we're out in the chat room live today taking your questions. And so go ahead.
Yeah, so sometimes when I'm talking with people or, they come up and say, well, you say that I can have my hissy fit or my meltdown, and you say, but do it briefly. So the question they ask me is, well, how long is briefly? So I have an answer to that, Michael, but I'm going to let you take that over. How long is briefly? How long can we have that hissy fit and say this and that, and we're a victim and blame this and that, and, whatever.
Well, first, it's important to understand that hissy fit, which is negative vibration, it's important to express that negative event that you're having or something that you don't like, as long as you do it briefly, which brings the question, how long is brief? Well, when it comes to something that doesn't smell good, how long is brief, Dana?
A couple of seconds.
Yeah. When it comes to music that you don't like to listen to, how long is brief?
A few seconds.
Yeah. When it comes to eating something you don't like the taste of it, how long is brief?
Oh, I'm spitting that right out, Michael.
Okay, so in those cases, we are kind of used to not observing contrast for a long time. We're not observing stuff we don't like. We know if you pay attention to stuff you don't like longer than briefly, now you're giving it more attention, energy, and focus. And guess what? The obedient law of attraction isn't very smart, but it is very obedient. So we want to reduce that. Now, let's talk about some other areas where it's a little bit longer than briefly. How about relationships, Dana? Not ours, but how long might somebody observe a negative relationship in their life? Pick a number.
Well, the sad truth about that, it might be 25 years or longer, Michael.
That's right, 25 years long. Imagine being in a relationship that has contrast for 25 years, and you're emitting that negative vibration. So that's not briefly. Well, maybe you're going to get married a second time and only be married 10 years. Well, that's briefer than the first time. So it's none of our business how long briefly is, as long as it's briefer than it was before. There is a consequence, however, to observing something that you don't longer than briefly, and it's called your vibes. So it's none of our business how long you observe it briefly. Just know there is a consequence. The longer you observe something you don't like, the longer you're sending the vibration of it. So we don't have an answer, Dana, to say how long is briefly. Right. As long as it was briefer than before. You know, some of you, before you learned my work, maybe you'd be ticked off and angry for like 2 days, and now you got it down to a day. Hey, that's briefer. Yeah. And maybe now, instead of a day, you're down to an hour. Hey, that's briefer. But remember, this contrast is essential because it'll help you birth the clarity. The best way to get clear about what you do want is to know what you don't want.
Absolutely.
Sometimes people say, oh, there's a lesson in that. No, there's no lesson. The universe doesn't give us stuff for lessons. The universe is matching our vibration. So the lesson in that, there's no lesson. But the tool on that is what do I want instead, because I'm not matching the thing that I'm getting. Good. So I think that might help you out there, Dan, and everybody else about, well, just tell us a number, Michael. Is it a minute or is it 10 years? Well, I can't do that. So good stuff. Okay, Donna, we're going to come back to you a little later on. We're going to head out and talk to Victoria. She's a first-time viewer on the panel, but you know what? She's been leaving comments and watching many, many episodes. So Victoria, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. So one of the questions that I get in my seminars and my show is, how do I believe? The second step, how is it that I believe? Like, it's one of the hardest things for people, because of limiting beliefs or whatnot. So how do I believe?
Well, with believing, you can't go directly to believing. You can't say, okay, I believe it. Believing happens, just like allowing happens. Matter of fact, believing and allowing and faith all mean the same thing. You can't go directly to them and say, okay, I'm going to allow now. No, you can't do that. Believing happens when you get rid of the doubt. In other words, if you don't believe it, that's doubt. But when you find proof of that you can have it, or proof that there was a part of a manifestation, that proof will reduce your doubt. Matter of fact, the best way to remove doubt is to find proof. So everybody that's trying to go directly to it, I'll just allow it. No, you can't. Allowing happens when you get rid of the doubt. Or people say, just believe it or just have faith. Faith happens with the elimination of doubt. We use the same words. Is it allowing? Is it faith? Is it believing? All of those are a result of finding proof and getting rid of the doubt. So did that resonate with you there, Victoria? Make sense?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yep.
Now, I know in the certification training, you heard me talk about finding proof. Like, we're always seeking proof.
The receipt.
That's right. The law of attraction receipts. And what we're doing there is that we're noticing things that are coming to us that were in alignment to our desire. And say, wow, this is matching what it was I talked about 2 days ago. And you say, wow, this law of attraction stuff really works. And when you say this law of attraction stuff really works, that's because you had proof. So it gets rid of the doubt that law of attraction doesn't work. So that's what we want to do. We want to have a magnifying glass, and we want to become a proof seeker. We always want to be seeking proof, because the proof removes the doubt. And the speed at which you attract anything is determined on how much doubt you have. You don't need to build a bigger macaroni collage, and you don't need to daydream more, and you don't need to make a bigger dream board. You need to prove it. You need to prove your attractability. And Diana, what does attractability mean? Our
ability to attract.
Yeah, we all have the ability to attract. Matter of fact, everything that you're attracting, whether it's negative or positive, is proving your ability to attract. Good. Hopefully I know that was helpful for you, Victoria.
Yes, it was. Thank you. Thank you.
John, I'm going to get you to take a little scan out there. And is there anybody else that we're going to acknowledge, say hello to? I think there is.
Yeah. Bettina Jensen from...
She's from Denmark.
She's the queen of Denmark, actually.
Well, I named her that. She's not really a queen, by the way.
Fun fact.
You don't know that. I'm seeing Brad Fuller, who's Victoria's husband. That's nice to have his support watching you today, Victoria. Yeah. Rami Carlin, well, she really needs to be on the show because she's got a lot to say. Hey, Rami, shout out to you. We'd love to have you on the panel sometime. Pramelia is saying it was awesome. I think it was the seminar she came to in Victoria. Anybody else, John, we want to say hello to?
Pramelia Parham, did you mention her?
I just did.
Sorry, I'm just reading. I can't multitask. I can't read and listen at the same time.
That's the guy thing.
That's the guy thing. We're live here.
That's all I can see right now.
Yeah, we're taking your questions. We're taking your answers about law of attraction. We're going to head out. Amber, let's have a chat about what is coming up in Edmonton. And so people can experience, what is a full day seminar with Michael Losier about. So tell us the particulars about the seminar, and we'll answer some more questions. Go ahead, please.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm so excited. So Michael is coming to Alberta. So we're going to be doing a law of attraction NLP seminar. So that means, and that'll be on April 22nd. That's going to be at the Chateau Yellowhead Hotel and Conference Center. It's up in the pretty northwest end of Edmonton. And also Michael's going to be doing some emotion code demonstrations there at the end of the day, which from the people that I've been speaking with that are coming to the seminar, they're really, really curious and really excited about it.
Yes. Well, it's a full day. Matter of fact, it's a new program that I have where I do 3 seminars in the morning. It'll be a 3-hour seminar on law of attraction. We all have workbooks because that's my style because we're using accelerated learning techniques. So in the morning, we're going to teach people the formula. Now, what's important about law of attraction, there's a formula that needs to be followed. It's a 3-step formula, and that formula will give you tools and tips of what you need to say, do, think, so you can tap into law of attraction that's already existing. After lunch, we shut it down. And then we come up with my second book, which is Law of Connection. It's the NLP book. Mm-hmm. So this book explains that there's 4 learning and communication styles. Well, you did not know that. You thought there was 3? Well, maybe that's why you're ticking people off. Not you, but somebody you know. There are 4 styles. You will understand your strongest style, your weakest style, how to detect the style of everybody, whether it's a potential client, potential boyfriend, girlfriend, your kids, or it might be an existing client customer that you're not getting along with. You will be able to detect their style just by listening to them and build better rapport nice and fast with them. So, and then at 3 o'clock, we're shutting her down. And we are bringing the emotion code chart with me, my little trusty magnets. We're having people come to the front of the room, and we are going to demonstrate this phenomenal new technique called the emotion code. And I promise I will remove, well, I was going to say I'll reduce. I'm going to remove chronic pain that are stopping people from having rich, full, delicious lives. Whether you've had it for 10 years or 10 minutes, it is trapped emotion. So please come join us. And we're going to be taking 5 or 6 people. So it might be you that we're going to be working with. Mm-hmm. So Amber, how can people sign up for that or find out more information?
Absolutely. So they can go to hangoutwithmichael.com/Edmonton. You're going to go to the Eventbrite page where the tickets are available, and you can see all the information about what we are going to be doing that day. If you have questions about the event, you're more than welcome to reach out to me directly through Facebook, or my email will be listed on there as well. Where else do we have it? Yeah, those are the 2 biggest ones. So either a New Dawn Coaching or Michael's page and our event page, you're going to find the links for the event as well. So there's lots of different ways that you can find it.
Okay, good stuff. And again, we're serving Edmonton, Calgary, in between Red Deer, anybody that wants to come. Yeah.
Absolutely. I've been talking to people in Lethbridge, people in Fort McMurray, people in Sylvan Lake, which is pretty close to me. So we're in Grand Prairie. So it's like, with Red Deer or Edmonton, it's a central location. So it's it takes a little bit to get there, but it's a lot of people go there for our events. So if you're in Alberta, come on out.
Daddy Magic Fingers is coming to town. Okay. Okay. Who else has got a question for me too? We have a lot of watchers today saying, giving a shout out, but we are looking for some questions. Michael, you should invite Carrie Dillon as she teaches law of attraction. She would be a good match. I mentioned you. She could be certified law of attraction facilitator. Well, you know what? We'll let Carrie decide that. And if Carrie would like to do that, she can check it out at hangoutwithmichael.com/certification, and she can learn more about how to do that. I think we said hello to Gwen and Barb, so we're having lots of fun. John, I'd like to hear from you about, let's peek into your mailbox this week. Tell me a couple samples of emotion code sessions that you had this week. What was something that you worked on with somebody? Go ahead, please.
I'm working with a couple of people with what's called fibromyalgia, which is a fancy name for people who are in pain, have a list of 6 or 10 different symptoms, and the doctors don't know what to do. I've been working with people for maybe like 6 or 8 sessions now in between there, and they are responding really well. I mean, it takes quite a bit more work, longer sessions, but they're feeling a lot better. The pain is decreasing. It's even like shifting more energy. Instead of being able to maybe get outside and walk for 10 minutes, they can get outside and walk for an hour. So, baby steps, but it's really helping. Yeah.
No. Well, I've gotten in the habit of stopping people and with that are limping and have pain. And so far, everybody's been quite receptive. And they've been willing to have, just I'm not home right now, in case you tell I'm traveling. So there was a guy in the elevator that was limping with the cane. Love that. Okay. And I found out he had a workplace accident a few months ago, and he said he had lots of this around his leg, this pulsating around his leg. So I said, you know what, dude, come out of the elevator and I'm going to help reduce the pain. Well, he wasn't so much pain. He didn't care what was going to go on. And you know, the motion code chart, I had my magnets. I carry those like my watch. And I did a session with him in the hotel floor. And, you know, I don't care who's watching, by the way. I'm doing my muscle testing. And I helped reduce, he was still limping because he had a workplace accident, but the pain around his leg was corrected. So very excited about that. And this week I went to the restaurant where my sister works, and her manager knew that one time my sister's waitress server texted me and said, oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm going to take a break. While she was on her break, I did an emotion code session. I got rid of the pain in her leg, and she stood up and it was all gone. And all the other servers were all gathered around her. And I said, what is this? Well, yesterday or 2 days ago, I'm in the restaurant. The manager sits beside me, who had two very swollen knees, a lot of knee pain. And after about 20 minutes while I'm eating, I'm doing the motion code session, and he gets up for the first time and walks up and down the stairs and squatting. So really, go back and check episode number 186 so you can understand the emotion code process and how that works.
Yeah, 185, Michael.
Good stuff. So Dana, you've got something coming up. I know you're the proud owner of a new book. I'd love you to show people your new journal, please. It's very fun.
Oh, thanks so much, Michael. It's kind of funny because I'd like to show you my journal, but this is actually a piece of paper. John Inverarity, you got the book though, right? Yeah, you can get it on Amazon.com. But
I got mine.
Yeah, so this is kind of a great story that I'd like to share. I had ordered these books from Create Space, which is a partner of Amazon. March 21st, was guaranteed that they'd be here April 4th because I'm doing a big talk tomorrow with 150 women at Sparkling Hills Resort in Vernon, which is why I wanted the journal to sell. So I'm checking and I see it's been shipped by UPS, and then all of a sudden it's just nothing's happening. So because we were talking about, Michael and I, a little bit about hissy fits, right? In the past, no question, I would have been having a hissy fit. Where are my books? What am I going to do? How's this going to happen? I'm going to be so embarrassed, like, you know, all this stuff. I did none of that because I am a law of attraction practitioner. And I just went, you know what? If it doesn't happen, I got the paper. My sister's got a book. And so I chatted with them just yesterday. And apparently there's a new warehouse being built and books are missing. And so he said, I'm not making an excuse. And I said, well, you know, I paid extra for the shipping so that I could get it here. And I just said it very nicely. And, you know, I'd released it, let it go. And he said, well, we're absolutely going to refund you that. He said, so we'll send you an email shortly. So he sent me an email and he said, we've decided to refund you the full amount. Mm-hmm. So we're talking, you know, over $300. We're talking US dollars here. And he said, and we'll get those books shipped out priority as best we can, because I'm actually doing another talk on Monday. So I'll be taking this. I have a book order form, but that's a beautiful demonstration of the law of attraction and allowing it. It's like, you know what? Okay, it's happened. I don't even need to have a hissy fit here. So I just thanked Law of Attraction for bringing that to me. And we'll see when the books get here. Maybe they'll come early. Yeah.
The lesson I'm hearing in there, it's not what happens to you, but it's how you respond to it.
Absolutely.
Right? So okay, that's what I got. You know, at the end of the day, you'll have lots of books to sell at other places. And
if I would have been angry about it and said, you know, all sorts of things and blamed somebody, I'm very sure I'd never gotten the response and the generosity of Juan, the fellow that I dealt with at Create Space. So shout out to Juan, whoever you are.
Yes. We know who he is. And,
yes.
Well, good stuff. Here's what I'm. Good. John, I think there's some more comments. I'm going to get you to read some of the latest comments. I'm going to ask Victoria and Amber as we wrap up today, what's something that you'd like to ask, what's something you'd like to experience or let people know about your practice with Law of Attraction so we can be inspired by everybody. So, John, who else is saying what?
Yeah, a couple questions about allowing. Well, one from Brad Fuller, allowing, help me allow, and one from Barb Ashcroft. What is the best way to support someone who is very detail That might be digital, but detail oriented. When you're sharing step 3 with them, which is?
Okay. Well, good. Which is the allowing steps. I'm going to answer that, and I'm going to do it in a math conversation, and because that's very digital, the numbers. So, John, we're going to do a little example here. On my left-hand side, here's my desire. I am so excited and pumped up. Matter of fact, I've done a macrame collage. I've told 10 friends, I've been praying, and I did a dream board. So, John, on a scale of +1 to +10, where would you plot my really strong desire? What number will you give me?
10?
Yeah, for sure, 10. I'm so excited about it. That's my 10. So given the law of attraction, I should get that. I gave it attention, energy, focus. It's a 10. However, then there's a little voice that comes in my head and says, well, you can't have that. Who do you think you are? Dana's better than you. You're too old. You're too this. You're too that. And that is the voice of doubt. So on this hand, that's where the doubt's going to go. So on a -1, which is the negativity of doubt, from -1 to -10, what number will you give me for really strong doubt, John?
It could be a -10.
Yeah, okay, good. So on this hand, I have a +10 for desire. On this hand, I have a -10 for doubt. Dana, let's add the two of the numbers together. What's the answer?
Big old goose egg.
That's
Nothing's
right.
happening. Nothing's manifesting.
That's right. You see, your doubt about it is diluting your desire about it. Because maybe you can think of to our friends Barb and Brad, maybe you can think of a time in the past when you really wanted something, and boy, it showed up the next day. Well, the speed at which law of attraction will manifest it, the speed at which law of attraction will manifest it is in direct proportion to how much doubt you have. So if it shows up the next day after you gave it attention, energy, focus, it meant you didn't have any doubt. But if you have a lot of doubt, it dilutes the positive vibration. So it trickles in over 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 years. Or you get part of it, or it's taking longer than you want it. If you're not getting full manifestation, the only thing that's blocking the full manifestation is partial doubt that you have. And who can remember on the panel, the best way to remove doubt is to do what?
Find proof or evidence that it's possible.
That's right. That's why we have to be a proof seeker. You know, in my book, I talk about building a clarity list, and maybe your clarity list has 10 items. Here's my ideal boyfriend, girlfriend. Here's my ideal customer. Here's my ideal client. And what you need to do is start to notice, let's say you built a list of 20 things, you need to start noticing and proving that you are starting to attract parts of what it was that you want. You see, in the goal-setting world, what do we celebrate?
Only when we achieve it.
That's right. And until we get the goal, what do we say? Oh, I'm not there yet. I wanted 10 new clients and I only have 9. Hello? 9's good. But in the law of attraction world, we celebrate everything that's in alignment to that. Whether it was a meeting that you had where that person was forward of the 10 things. And in your acknowledgement and celebration of the match, now you start to give more attention and you start to believe that you can do it because you got rid of doubt. Ideally, you'd be able to point at everything in your life and say, this is here because of me, and this is here because of me, and this is here because of me. Even if it's big and ugly, you have to say, this is here because of me. Good stuff. Amber, we're going to go back to you and tell me what you'd like to close up with today. What are you thinking? What are your final comments?
Oh, gosh. You know, as they were talking, I was thinking about my own ways that law of attraction has worked in my life for the negative and the positive. But the positive for me, I know we talk about this event a whole lot, but events for me is really important. I had done some event management courses a couple of years ago. And my biggest focus is being able to step into my role as a personal development coach. So I put a lot of time and energy the beginning of this year, did my vision board, which I'm a visual person, so I like to see it, I like to feel it. And there's this great picture that's on there of this woman who's speaking up on top of on the stage. And it says big event or beautiful events. Because I've been writing workshops myself. So I want to do events. I want to get in front of people. I want to share and talk with them and meet with them one-on-one. And about 2 weeks after I had done this vision board, guess who I'm having a conversation with on the phone but Michael Losier.
Love it.
This event is so important to me because I believe in the law of attraction and I've seen it work for me. This is just one event. I could take up a whole week and talk to you guys of how many different things have happened to me with the law of attraction, but it's kind of snowballed in the sense that this event has led to several other ones that are now coming up here in Alberta and British Columbia as well. So it's just when you put in your focus and your attention and you believe that it's going to happen and you remove all doubt, it will happen for you.
That's right. And then once you get one event, you celebrated what a good match it was, and then you're sending the vibration of it and then carrying on. Hey, we're going to say a few hellos. We have my friend Antonio Fournier, who is also a certified law of attraction facilitator. He's saying hello. Sarah Page and Cop, we're saying hello to Sarah. Tammy Wedig, good morning, everyone. And of course, my dear friend Sylvie Bellini from the UK. We did a shout out to her. I'm just scanning. We have Janet Logan from New Jersey, and Brad saying hello again. Scanning. When are you coming to Grand Rapids? That's what Ronnie Carmen's asking. Well, good stuff. Victoria, let's shout back to you in Ohio. Tell me what you'd like to let people know. What's your closing remarks today?
My closing remarks, Michael, is one of the things that we focus on a lot is the positivity of law of attraction. And we tend to forget that the contrast is so needed for us to get the clarity. We always talk about, oh my gosh, I want to, manifest this. And then we get the step back and we're like, okay, forget it. I can't do this. And it's not about that. I mean, if we really concentrate, okay, I'm getting a contrast. What is this for? It's a stepping stone into greatness, because if you really concentrate on the contrast, you will really step into your greatness. And I love the law of attraction, but it's not just about the fussy feeling about, oh my God, I'm going to manifest this. This is all great. Yes, like Michael says, it's not. It's really concentrating and looking into, okay, well, today this and this happened, journaling a lot. And saying, because lately I've been writing down like the receipts, law of attraction receipts. Let me journal the bad and the good, and that's one of the things that I teach my people on my seminars as well as my show. Just don't concentrate on the good of it. Concentrate on the whole, the unity of the whole, because the law of attraction is the universal law, which is so obedient, and I've learned that with you. So that's it.
So observe contrast briefly and stretch out the observation of what you like and what you do want, because law of attraction is always eavesdropping. So what is it catching you vibrating? Are you complaining or worrying or talking about what you don't want, or are you noticing and celebrating about what you do want? Good. John, what's your closing remarks today?
Yeah, wonderful episode. I think the theme, which I really loved, is how to change something in your life that you don't like.
Yeah.
And you can see how the electrical helps with that. Yeah, the vibe reset, resetting our vibe. You hear a lot of people that they want to control everything in their life, but the truth is you can only control one thing, and it's your vibes. That's the good news, because law of attraction is always responding to it. So you can control your vibes, and then you can control the results that you're getting. Dana, what's cooking next Friday? We're all very excited about next Friday's show. Tell us, please.
If we had a drum roll, this is what's happening. And this is who's happening next week. Fabulous show. It's episode 187. Dr. Bradley Nelson is joining us. So we'll be talking about the emotion code, and I am super excited. And Michael, how did you attract him? I'm curious.
Well, I never really connected with them. My publisher connected with him.
Wow.
And we asked him to give me a new an endorsement of my book, Your Life's Purpose.
Your Life's Purpose.
And then my publisher said, well, you might as well ask him for more than that. See if it'll be on your show. Frankly, I was a little bit worried and nervous about that. And you know what? It's on Good Friday. So it's next Friday. We have Dr. Bradley Nelson.
Yeah.
And my goal is to make it a different kind of interview for him. All of us on the panel here, we're very inspired to influence somebody. And he's really influenced all of our lives, our physical health, our mental health, our businesses. The three of us that are certified emotion code facilitators, we have helped a lot of people. So he's responsible for all of that. It's very exciting.
Yeah, very, very exciting.
Good. So that's next week. Make sure you like me on
Good Friday.
Michael Losier Fans, and you'll get notified of when we go live next Friday. Well, good. I think to summarize today, we can summarize everything in 5 words. And the 5 words are, I get what I vibrate.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you don't always get what you want, but you always get what you vibrate.
What you vibrate.
That's right. So be sure to join us every Friday live here on Facebook, Facebook.com/Michael Losier Fans. And every week we are talking about things that will uplift and inspire you so you can have an awesome life. Hey, everybody, let's say goodbye to our friends.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a great
Bye,
week.
everyone.
Good night,
Thank you for
everybody.
having me. Thank you
You're
for having
welcome.
me.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.